Hey, folks, welcome back to Good News York.
Yes.
It's a Monday. It's been a busy day. We haven't even, normally, a little behind the curtain, normally we record this first thing in the morning, and then we send it to our editors, and they do their thing, and you get to see it later in the afternoon. It's now the afternoon, and we're just getting around to shooting this, but...
Not because we're lazy.
No, because we've been working with clients all morning.
Clients and dialing in lighting. We are... I would say every day at this point, we are tinkering with audio, video, lighting. We're just trying to get us dialed in so that we look so beautiful.
One day we'll be happy with it.
Maybe.
Yeah, probably not. You're right.
Who knows?
Wild time. We had a great weekend.
Dude, what a weekend. What a comedy-filled weekend for both of us.
Right? You and I, we kind of like we were dispatched to different parts of the state.
It was like that.
And it was like, go to comedy shows. Yeah, promote them everywhere.
You guys go to Utica. I'll go to the Ithaca area.
It was awesome, man. We, as we talked about, as we promoted, as we made that great commercial back by the dumpster there.
Oh,
you didn't see that. It's on our TikTok.
Yep.
Ryan Niemiller from America's Got Talent came to Utica, to the Burstone.
Burstone.
Which was, by the way, really nice. That was the first time I've ever actually been to the Burstone Inn.
It looked great.
Beautiful place. Great room.
Sold out,
Filled it.
Yeah.
Completely full. Great lineup of some great local comedians. Phil, who you met here, Will Phillips, Josh Wilbert, the local guys that absolutely killed it and opened up for the national act, a gentleman that you also saw on Good News York, Ryan Niemiller.
Yeah.
And he killed, man.
Yeah, I'm sure.
It was a great time.
Yeah.
And then that was Friday night.
Mm-hmm.
And then Saturday night.
Saturday, I had a show.
You were the funny man.
I was the funny man. It was myself and Karen Rodowski, who hopefully we're going to have on soon. She's just amazing. From Utica, moved to L.A. Now she's back in Utica. But she's very unique because she does stand-up, and she's hilarious. But part of her act is she actually makes a living reading tarot cards, too. But she incorporates the tarot cards into her act. So
really,
when she comes on, we're going to do that for sure.
So she, makes fun of you when the card comes up and says you're going to die or something?
You know what? Yes, but she legit says,
hope that one's not good.
Yeah. She says, all right, let's open it up. And she'll, anyone raise their hand. And usually people are nervous at first, but once the first person goes, then it's she can't get them to stop. And she makes a couple rules, don't ask me if you're going to die, when you're going to die. Don't. But people ask, am I going to?
It's a real downer at a comedy show.
It really is.
Yeah. But Thursday, actually.
Yeah. But they'll ask, am I going to have a career change? Or I'm trying to sell my house. Will I sell it this year? Stuff like that. And she answers that. I mean, she's very funny while doing it.
Sure.
But it's a legit read. It's cool. So she headlined, actually, and I featured. But we sold out of a new venue called the Corner Brew in Dryden, New York, which is right outside of Ithaca. And, we sold it out. It was awesome. It was great. And then
awesome, dude.
Sunday, Colin Jost of SNL came to a Barton Hall at Cornell University in Ithaca, and my wife and I and some friends, couples, we went and saw them, and it was great. They had Mikey Longfellow from SNL opened up, and then another woman from SNL that was on it for 2 years, from 22 to 24. Can't remember her name. She opened. I felt bad because as a comedian, when you watch other comedians, that was a tough gig. I mean, we were in Barton Hall, an old airplane hangar. And anyone that knows anything about comedy, it doesn't matter how funny you are. It's never as funny in an arena as it would be in a smaller room.
Yeah.
It's science at this point.
Sure.
There's even big names like, Chris Rock and, Kevin Hart, you name it, that are doing arenas and stadiums. And they'll even tell you they prefer to do small clubs.
Because it's intimate.
It's intimate. You can see facial expressions. So they had a tough time starting out. I mean, they did good, but they didn't bomb. But it was like pulling teeth for them. But like I said, it wasn't really their fault. It was kind of just the setup of it. But it was a great show.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah, it was a good weekend.
That's awesome. We got a lot of fun things planned on Good News York this week. We got some cool guests coming in. I think it's going to be a great time.
Yeah.
We've got kind of a list of things to talk about. I'm going to be honest, though. I'm fucking starving, man.
Dude, I am, you know what? I'm legit starving. We don't ever...
Are we talking? I think fuck it. Let's just go to lunch. Come on, I'm buying.
All right. I will not say no to that.
This was a much better idea than sitting at the studio and doing the show. Because we can do the show here. That's the beauty of our man Danny and his, Inspector Gadget.
Inspector Danny.
Jacket full of goodies that he just opened. So
He's like, what do you need? You need
got cameras, mics, gimbals.
Need a fish lens? What, a microphone? Candy?
It's ready to go. So we slapped
This is a
on
brilliant idea.
The lapels.
Yeah.
I feel like you're just saying that because I'm buying you lunch, but
Mostly.
I'll take it. I'll take
Yeah,
it.
no, it's a fantastic idea. I never thought. It's actually it's a great idea. But now I'm going to find myself in the middle of Good News York being like, and,
I was going to be
let's
like,
go to breakfast.
hey, man, I forgot my lunch today. Any chance you want to,
Yeah.
So we were at the Hop Spot,
Yeah.
downtown Syracuse on Walton Street.
Like it?
This, spoiler alert, they didn't like sponsor this or anything like that. It'd be cool if they did, wink, wink. But this is the place I typically bring the guys, the team, when we want to get lunch during the workday. Okay. And the reason is it's just phenomenal.
Yeah.
And they got good, comfortable seats and great food. You're going to see in a few minutes some their classic, famous poutine. Had to get some of that. And duck wings. The duck wings.
Quack.
It's all the rage these days.
all the
You ever had them?
I haven't. I was just texting this to my wife. For some reason, there's this little cross connection in my brain. It makes no sense, okay? If it's a cow, a pig, a turkey, or a chicken, I'm good. Anything outside of that, I'm like, oh, it freaks me out, man. Like the thought of eating a duck. But what?
Really?
Why doesn't the thought of eating a cow freak me?
What about like pheasant?
Yeah, see? It freaks me out, man.
You grew up in Herkimer. How about venison? You eat deer?
No, I've done it. I've eaten deer.
I've done it.
I've done it. Is that the right
I've
word?
survived.
I've ate deer, and it's got that gamey taste. And then, so as soon as I think about a deer, it freaks me out. Like, just.
You know they're like a rodent, right?
Well, that made it worse.
It's like food. It's like the food cycle. We have to eat them.
No, I know. I used to be against hunting. Like, I always thought, if you hunt, that's fine. Like, I'm not against that.
Sure.
But personally,
It's not your thing.
I was like, I enjoy the art of hunting. Like,
Ever
I would love
eaten
to
rabbit?
go hunt.
No.
I love the art of hunting.
Okay.
But here's where I get hung up. I think about, like, what if I shoot a deer? And then I start going, what if that deer was on his way home from work? He's got to provide for his little deer family.
Right.
And I just shot him and killed him in cold blood.
I mean, we
I
all
don't
saw
even
what
like it.
happens when Bambi's mother got taken down.
Oh, man. Not get me going on that.
It was all downhill from there. You ever had crocodile? Or alligator?
I could have a few months ago. I went to Florida, the Panhandle, and it was on the menu. And I'm all about trying what's new in the air. I can't do it. Absolutely not.
They had gator nuggets many years ago at some restaurant down in Florida, and I'm one of those folks that, like, how can you not, right? And they're breaded and fried, and I'll eat almost anything if you bread and fry it.
Yeah.
And
What did it taste like?
you know what? It wasn't bad. It was a little chewier chicken. I don't know. And it was okay.
That's everyone's
It was
go-to.
all right.
It was like chicken.
I mean,
Is it?
it's just a whole not really dominant,
Yeah.
strong flavor of anything, really.
I stopped being against personally hunting when I hit a deer like 5 different times and I destroyed the front of my goddamn car. And
now
I was
you're
like,
like,
you know
fuck
what?
'em. Kill 'em all.
Kill them all. Because they're completely overpopulated. And if you don't essentially, when you hunt, you're actually helping. You're helping the
It is a population control thing.
population control. So I feel a little better about it. But yeah, I don't know what it is. I can't step out of that chicken, turkey,
But you got no problem with a cow.
Not at all.
What about veal? You eat baby cow?
No, absolutely, because it's a baby. It's a baby.
Sure. I understand.
Which means it died young. and
it's
it
a
was
reasonable
tragic.
objection.
If you're eating veal, that means it died too early. I don't celebrate that.
I mean, to be fair, its whole life
Sorry,
is
your kid
made
died,
to
let me
be
eat
fat
it.
and tender dinner. They don't even let it move around or anything.
They have big game dinners you can go to. If you
Yeah?
know the right kind of people.
That sounds like some kind of creepy cabal type of shit that I want no part of.
Kind of. It's kind of like Indiana Jones when they were eating them.
I feel like that's like the next step in their hunting man, you know?
Have you ever seen the movie Surviving the Game
I don't think I
with Ice-T?
But no.
I was just talking about this. That's a movie that is so underrated The premise is Ice-T goes out with all
love
these,
Ice-T.
these hunters on this hunting trip. I forget how he gets involved because he's not a hunter. He's like, yeah, I'll
Is he
go.
the guide?
No, but
Okay.
they go to this cabin in the middle of nowhere and they have this big dinner the night before, and that's where they break the news. Oh, we forgot to tell you, you're the one we're hunting. We're gonna give you 2-hour head start to get yourself out of here. And if
I feel like that's the plot of dozens of movies.
well, they say
But I'm
there's-
into it.
Yeah, they say there's only like 100 different plots to movies that are retold in different ways.
Yeah, I
there's
can
only
see
like a
that.
certain amount of plots you
I
can
can
use.
see that.
No, it's true. It's like a thing in screenwriting where
Yeah.
there's really only like 100.
What's your favorite type?
Actually, I was talking about this with Danny. I love movies that are clearly fiction, but who's to say it can't really happen? Like a Walking Dead. Or,
Okay, so
Or
like a
Even though I know
like an apocalyptic or like a sci-fi
Yeah,
sort of thing.
right,
You're
right.
thinking?
Well,
Okay.
see, I'm not a big sci-fi. I'm not
Okay.
against sci-fi. Not like wizards and like crazy, but just like, oh man,
Sort of plausible
yeah,
end of the world type shit.
yeah, or
Okay.
not even end of the world. Just like I'm trying to think of another one off the top of my head, where you're just like, yeah, it's clearly fake, but Zombieland. But again, I'm using the zombie
Yeah.
reference. It's not
No,
about
I-
zombies.
The government has a plan for zombies.
Yeah, I'm sure they do.
Just saying.
Surviving the game.
I'm sure that got
Who's
cut
to
and
say
thrown
I,
out. But
who's to say I can't get invited on a hunting trip? And then they're like, guess what? You're gonna be the hunted tomorrow. So when
Yeah.
you wake up, you got 2 hours to head start to get out of here, or we're gonna kill you. That is obviously made up, but who's to say that couldn't happen?
Dude.
That's what I mean. Those are my favorites.
So if I had to pick one of these, I don't know if you call it a genre or a plot or a script style, whatever we want to call
Yeah,
this.
yeah.
I really like party movies.
Sure.
Like, going all the way back to, Can't Hardly Wait, when we were kids. That was a great high school party
American.
movie.
Would you consider American?
Pie,
Yeah.
I think, is in that range. American Pie 2 isn't quite a party movie, but that's talking about. Animal House is the original,
Come on.
you know.
It is
It's
the
just the
party movie.
just the fun, good times.
Just nonstop laughs.
You know,
Couple dick
not
jokes.
too serious, right? Having a good time. Project X was probably one of
Never,
the more modern.
never
don't
saw
know
it,
if you
but I
saw that one.
remember that one.
It's a great Netflix if you need something to put on. It's a good
There's a
party movie.
There's an 80s movie that is like a summer beach party movie that I'll be surprised if
Beach
you know.
House?
John Cusack's in it. I think Bobcat Goldthwait is in it.
Summer School?
Close. One Crazy Summer it's called.
Okay.
Phenomenal. Just such a good movie. So it's centered around this summer that they spend on this ocean, ocean type
That's
vacation
great.
spot.
It's great.
And all this shit happens.
It's good. Yeah,
You gotta check it out.
I like it. We started talking about previously all the shit that you haven't watched.
Right here we
And now I think about it every day because I go to reference something and I'm
Think
like,
about it. Think about
but he
it
don't
every
get it,
day. I'm not, dude.
It's like our buddy Abel, who English is his second language. I'm like, he doesn't get that joke. He didn't live in this country then.
Right.
I got to remember that.
But I've seen a lot of
I got
TV.
to limit my repertoire for you.
I've seen a lot of TV and film. It's just everything you've asked if I've seen. I haven't.
If you had to make a list of, we'll say 5 TV shows that you think people should absolutely watch that you've seen all of, what would they be?
Oh, Jesus. Breaking Bad,
Okay.
The Office.
Okay. Now see here before you. All right. Actually, I'll let you get through the list. Oh, those look great.
Those look phenomenal.
Thank you.
And I'm just picturing Daffy Duck.
So,
Well, there's Bill behind his head. So I was Office, Breaking Bad, Sons of Anarchy.
okay.
But now I'm thinking too recent. I got to go back.
Now see, here's a funny story. I haven't seen 2 out of the 3 so far.
There you go. See. And then I would
They're not classic
say.
comedies. They are. I feel a lot of people would beat me up for not seeing all of Breaking
And you're
Bad.
talking regular television too, like back in the day.
Yeah. You see anything comes to mind? Classic. Something you might quote.
Friends.
All right.
Love Friends.
Everybody's seen Friends. Well, I didn't say everybody. I've seen Friends.
I think
It was required watching back in the day. When we were kids, we only got 3 channels, so we sort of
Right.
had to watch Friends.
I don't even know if this makes it on my top 5, but I gotta say it. The show Taxi was so geniusly written,
Okay.
and the cast of Taxi If you go and look at that cast and see
that was
what
one
they
that-
all went on to do,
Yeah.
it's amazing that they had.
We
them
only
on.
caught
Very-
that one in random reruns.
Right.
You know,
Very
at our
underrated.
age,
Danny
but-
DeVito, Tony Danza, Christopher Lloyd. I would throw that. I don't know if it's in my top 5, but that may you got to check that out. I think I have 2 more. I'm under the gun right now.
What?
Well, you say what you were gonna say when you were gonna interrupt while I'm thinking.
No, I was just gonna say that those 2, like Sons of Anarchy and Breaking Bad,
Oh my God.
I've only seen random episodes of.
Breaking Bad is probably the greatest show I've ever seen. I was never been more hooked on a show.
Lots and lots and lots of people say that, and I'll be honest, I watched only a couple episodes,
If you weren't
but it
hooked
did
at
not
the
hook
jump,
me like that.
then you might
Did.
it might not have, and that's okay.
Yeah.
That's okay if you didn't.
I've
but-
seen lots of random scenes on TikTok that sucked me in. It looked really cool.
Sure.
Which honestly, you got to give these platforms credit. That's how I started watching Yellowstone, because I watched that one scene in a TikTok video, and suddenly I'm watching the whole fucking show.
That's
I
on
don't
my
necessarily even like that show, to be completely honest with you. I watched the whole fucking thing.
Yeah.
It had a lot of great parts. I sort of hated the main characters,
Okay. That's
and
rough.
I don't know why I continued going.
If you hate the main characters,
Right?
probably not gonna be a good show.
I don't know.
Yeah.
But anyway, we got some food here. So we are at the Hop Spot in downtown Syracuse. These are their duck wicks. I've had them a few times. Spoiler alert, this isn't going to be like a surprise. Mike's not sure if he could bring himself to eat a duck.
And yes, it has nothing to do with this restaurant.
He had a pet duck when he was a child. I understand.
I have Aflac as my insurance
going for
company.
So by the way, this is the maple,
It looks
custom maple barbecue sauce.
For those of you that didn't hear what I said earlier, for some reason there's a mental block. Like
Dude,
as long as it's
you're
a
gone.
cow, a pig, turkey, or chicken, I'm in. But anything else freaks me out. So should I do my first ever?
Yeah, you got to go
outside
for
of-
it.
Yeah.
All right.
Wash
Okay.
it down a little Utica Club,
All right. All right. Here it is. It's just a chicken wing. It's just a chicken wing.
but better.
But
That is goddamn spectacular.
The sauce is phenomenal too.
The sauce is
It's like a maple wing sauce.
But here's the thing: everybody judges wings on the sauce, and I get it. That's important. I judge the quality of the wing. I like breaded and crispy. You know what this almost tastes like?
I'll use this stuff.
Duck?
Like when you get sweet and sour chicken at a Chinese restaurant.
But
The sauce
But
definitely
much
has
more
that.
quality. You know what sucks? Danny, you gotta film this.
Yeah, we
And
can
just
stop
watch
it.
us
He can
eat.
eat some anytime.
Eat. I did it. I fucking did it.
See? You're a big boy now.
I am a big boy.
was that place by the Piper Wall?
I did it. Can't believe it.
I can do both. Oh. Hunter.
Yeah, I think those other 2 videos are TV series.
Sorry about that. So,
actually, that time the centers we know.
I know there's gonna be like 100 on my way home that I think of.
Oh, I didn't say that.
There's
What do
so
you
many
think,
I've
Danny?
seen.
Have you had them before? Yeah.
They're out of this world. So good. 2 other shows.
You can learn.
Okay, so I was also going to
Does
just
animated count? Sure. Family Guy
Yeah. Yep.
and The Simpsons
Stop. He's so.
tuning those.
for animated.
Yeah. So already back in stir.
How many seasons of The Simpsons does someone have to watch?
Set. Both. Okay.
Well,
Sorry.
The con.
see, the tough part about that is
Yes.
there were so many ebbs and flows through the years.
Here's the reason I ask.
Okay, mate.
I stopped watching The Simpsons probably 15 years ago,
I stopped about 5.
and I still make Simpsons references than most people get.
How about all the shit they predicted? Can you
So, like, what I'm saying is, I feel like OG Simpsons is and will always be the best.
Couldn't agree more.
You know?
So,
How did they predict all that stuff?
nothing.
I mean, I complain about conspiracy theorists all the time. I can't stand it. I feel like that's half the time why we're in the shit we're in is because we're all creating this. But my God, they have hardcore proof.
Have you ever
that
seen?
they wrote it before it happened?
Have you ever seen the South Park episode where they make fun of the Simpsons?
No.
Simpsons did it.
Simpsons did it. That's the whole running bit. Is everything they try to do, they want to do something different than the Simpsons. Every time they do it, somebody, oh, Simpsons
Great.
did it. My point is, when you have millions of episodes, you literally write every possibility in the universe.
That's the best answer I've ever heard for that question. That is the best answer I've actually ever heard for that question.
I bet you couldn't find nearly as many, but if you tried hard, you could go to a show like Cheers that had hundreds and hundreds of episodes and find a couple things that they randomly said in the 80s that happened to be reality today. Which was my theory.
I like it. I'm
That
really
being said, the Simpson ones are sometimes really dead on, man.
really dead.
Really dead on.
Scary dead on. I know I'm missing a show that I'm going to kick myself in the ass for not mentioning. It's just so many I've seen, except for all the ones that you obviously. Since we're continuously rolling, I don't have to worry about being quick about it. I'm still sit here and I.
You want another one, buddy? You want to go all in?
No,
You
one.
can eat both his legs?
I'm going to start small. Eat both his legs. Wow. Well, here's his dick. Great. Well, there's one show. Not that one.
One of the things I love about this place is they have ice cold Utica Club on tap.
Dude, you gotta.
Anytime I go somewhere in Syracuse and I can get Utica Club, it's a
There's
bonus.
two things that your server will do if you order a Utica Club. They'll either go, hell yeah, or really? There's no in between.
Not in Syracuse.
Not in Syracuse.
No.
I've been in this building before it was whatever this is called.
There was something else before that.
I've been very drunk in here, I think.
Yeah. And there's a hallway that leads you to another bar on the other side of the street.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
There's a place in,
They get mad when you bring their barware from one to the other, though.
I don't remember where this is. There is a place downtown in some city where all the bars are connected by door. Like you can just go bar to bar.
Really?
Doors. Yeah, and I'm talking like 20
Where is
bars.
this?
That's what I mean. I don't remember where. But
What is this mythical place?
it's in the United States. I know that. And I think it's down south. I'm leaning towards like either Louisiana or Texas. Maybe Florida. I don't know.
It's wild.
Cool. I'm still thinking about one more show. Hold up.
How about movies? Give me movies.
Well, see, here's the thing with movies. I'm so big into comedy.
It's okay.
It's hard for me to do both. So I usually do comedies.
All right,
and
just give me a
then
list of
Wow.
must see or your most quoted comedy movies.
Dumb and Dumber,
Okay.
Anchorman.
Okay.
Step Brothers.
Step Brothers is up there. Step Brothers is damn good. Any Jim Carrey. I mean, I was obsessed with Jim.
Really?
That was my idol.
What's his best?
Dumb and Dumber.
Okay.
Dumb and Dumber. It is phenomenal. I think.
See, I see that as a co-star though. Like it was a great pair.
That was a buddy film. Yeah.
I'm thinking
him
when
on
I
his
when I
own?
think of him, I think like Ace Ventura.
Ace Ventura would be my.
anything.
That's how I got into it.
Anything beats that.
There's a perfect example of what I was talking about earlier. The Truman Show. Obviously fictitious. That's probably the best example.
Yeah.
But who's to say we're not all living in it? You know what I mean? Those are the
I
plots.
mean, that's like a legit scientific theory that we live in a simulation.
Yeah. So I gotta go. Yeah. So I'm gonna go. Dumb and Dumber, Anchorman. We'll say Step Brothers. Sure, why not? I know I'm missing some old ones though. I love Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back. Honestly.
Wow.
Thank you so much.
Sweet.
Ready plate?
Thank you very much. Looks awesome.
Just ketchup and mustard.
Oh, yep.
That'll be it. Awesome.
So it's a race selection.
Thank you. All right, so we're here at the Hop Spot. I got the Big Lebowski poutine, which is pierogies and fries and cheese curds and gravy and all kinds of stuff that's gonna make my heart stop. What'd you get, buddy?
I built my own burger. I got the gluten-free bun. I'm boring. Look at me. But I've got lettuce, tomato, onion, pickle, jalapenos, and pepper jack cheese. A little side salad.
What are you cooking with, Danny?
I got the dirty bird.
The dirty bird?
Or they call it the dirty plate.
Oh, the dirty
sandwich
plate.
is the dirty bird.
Gotcha.
But it's chicken, jalapeno, ranch, pickles. It's pretty good.
Which is
That looks
crazy
awesome.
because that was your nickname in high school, the Dirty Bird.
Oh, I thought it was pickles.
That's it. All right, let's eat.
Let's dig in.
Yep. That's good.
All right, so I got fry, pierogi, and sour cream in one bite here.
Yeah. That was good. Good. Yep.
That's the way to do it.
Yeah. This is delicious. That's why I hate gluten-free buns.
See? You need that gluten to hold it together. You don't even know what a gluten is.
I think that's
You ever see that movie?
a slur.
This is the end.
No. Go figure. I have it.
Probably one of the funniest movies I'd seen in a theater in a long time.
This is the end.
Literally one of those ones where like the whole place was roaring the whole time. It's Seth Rogen and James Franco.
Oh, yeah. What's the end of the world?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I saw that. It's a great movie.
Michael Cera was the best character.
Yeah. I just love that scene where they're arguing about the gluten.
Yeah.
You don't even know what gluten is.
Right.
Everything in bad is a gluten.
Another comedy I would put up there. Tommy Boy.
Oh, that is one of the best ever.
And another underrated movie. You ever seen That Thing You Do? Mm-hmm. I don't know why I love that movie so did he? But you know that's it.
I think one of the best underrated movies from the 90s anyway is Go. Remember that movie, Go?
Exciting.
Remind me.
It had, what's her name? I'm blanking on her name all of a sudden now. I had it in my head too. The chick, she married Tom Cruise.
Oh.
name?
Not Jennifer Love Hewitt.
No. Similar look though.
Best.
Anyway, they work at a place and they sell. Well, they're going to a rave, and they get some fake pills to sell. And then they think the cops are coming after them. It's a whole thing.
No, I never saw it.
It's a great movie. You gotta watch it.
Okay.
A lot of people you'd recognize.
You know, there's certain movies that, if you were like, hey, I'm lecturing. Someone just came from the past. They were unfrozen or something, and you're like, I've never seen a 90s movie. Tell me what movie, like, what represents the 90s?
Pulp Fiction.
That's a great answer. Empire Records.
Empire Records is my favorite movie of all
Dazed
time.
and Confused.
Dazed and Confused is very high up there as well. That's not really it's about the 70s, so I don't know if I would call it a classic night. You know what I mean? But Dazed and Confused, I watch that
So good.
multiple times a year still.
I'm glad you like
I want to
Empire
live in
Records.
that, man.
The Dazed and Confused? Me
Yeah,
too.
I just
Every time I watch
I
it,
want to
think
be
that.
there in the 70s.
I wanna be at that party.
I want to go to that party.
Me
you
too.
know,
The one out in the, with all the,
just fucking chill.
where they're on the
Yeah,
antenna or whatever.
yeah.
It's so funny you say that.
Party at the Moon Tower.
And I want to get paddled by Matthew McConaughey.
All right.
That was improv.
That's where it came from. To this day, it's his most classic line. Half the people don't even know where the fuck it came from.
You ever hear that joke? How do you get to Matthew McConaughey's house?
Well,
All right. It's a dad joke. Stand By Me, I mentioned, does not get the credit it nearly deserves.
I feel like that's a grandma movie.
No. Here's one. Want to talk about grandma movie? You can make fun of me.
Okay.
Fried Green Tomatoes.
All right.
One of my favorite movies ever. Love it. I feel like
I don't think I saw it
it'd be like
since it was
Forrest Gump's
current
sister.
20 years ago.
phenomenal.
Forrest Gump has been on one of the channels lately, and it's just such a fucking classic movie.
My favorite of all time, I think.
It's also so long that no matter what point it's on, when you flip it on the TV, you just watch it for about a half hour and go on with your day.
When I was growing up, I just thought Forrest was like a really original guy who clearly didn't have all the lights on.
White and
Starting to realize now with all the awareness, was he autistic? Is that what that is? Don't worry, we can edit this out.
I genuinely can't tell if he's joking or not.
No, I'm asking.
It's kind of like me.
Is it like me? With his head turns.
is ten.
I don't know.
All this.
Something's up a little Forrest.
You ever had the urge to get a boat, buddy?
That's all.
That's my boat.
It is.
Greenbow, Alabama.
Thought to me. Things.
Dude had it figured out.
And that. Yeah.
What are your guys' opinions on Adam Sandler?
I love him. I love.
And then this film is what's what the more you
I love SNL
is that
and late '90s, early 2000s Sandler movies. After that, still a fan. Always will support, but just a lot of oversaturation
that's
of
a good-
okay movies.
I feel like that's a good way to describe it.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't hate his movies.
I like him, but at the same, yeah.
There's just
so, like,
too
back in the
much.
day, I was thinking about this the other day. Don't ask me why. I think I saw a TikTok video
all around there.
of him, like, just going to a deli or some shit.
Mm-hmm.
And people are like, oh my God, it's Adam Sandler. Like, what would you do? My thought, and I don't know if I could play this at school. My thought is I wouldn't make a big deal or even necessarily acknowledge that I knew who he was.
That
But I'd quote one of the most obscure fucking references from him that I could think of.
Please do.
And I'm thinking, like,
we did.
you know, if he walked in here right now, I might have to go with some old, like, comedy album stuff, like some like The Go. Forget the movies. I'm like, oh,
I just forgot something.
come closer, I cannot see you.
That's where no.
You know?
Whoa! Do I want to go with you to the Ragu Festival? No, I want to sit on the fucking truck all day.
Yeah. See, that's...
Adam Sandler's 2 comedy albums are probably 65% of the reason I even started doing comedy.
My
They
neighbor's
were
dog.
huge influences on me.
Yeah.
Fatty Arbuckle,
Yeah.
The Buffoon.
Yeah.
Come on, The Goat, obviously.
Yeah.
If you don't know that, look it up.
Just such great stuff. That was my thought. Movies-wise, I agree with you too, though. The old ones, there's some classic.
Yeah, Billy Madison,
is
Big
always
Daddy.
a classic. Billy Madison.
I'll even throw Deeds in there. Mr. Deeds I enjoy.
No, it's a good one.
You know, but that, right after that, it just started, and it's not that they were bad. It's because I haven't even seen most of
It's
them.
just the same movie.
oversaturation, same cast,
All his buddies, and it's
which is
good.
great.
Like, hats off to him. Like, he could never do
Loyal.
anything ever again, and he's like, well,
Yeah,
I'll just make the same movie over and over again so my buddies can have a good paycheck.
yeah, and I respect that.
Hats off to him, you
But
know?
like Jim Carrey, who's like another one of my idols, he might not have as many movies as Sandler, but everyone that he's been in, for the most part, has been
Yeah, but he doesn't even
absolute
want to work
quality.
anymore. He's like, I'm not doing anything.
Doesn't need to.
Adam Sandler's got his whole, like, almost sort of reminds me of Howard Stern a little bit. He's like,
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind retiring, but then what the fuck all these guys do?
Ooh.
You know?
Private Parts, another one of my favorite movies. That's a fantastic.
That's a great movie.
Great. Yeah, Sandler's amazing.
You should tell people that Private Parts is a documentary so they watch it at school.
That's smart.
Just
You know, Man on the Moon, the Andy Kaufman story. Oh, that was the first time that I had ever watched a movie where the actor played the character so perfect that I actually forgot it was Jim Carrey halfway through and had to go, oh my God, that's Jim Carrey. That's not Andy Kaufman. Kaufman, how you're supposed to. He was. Well, if you watch, there's actually a documentary. You
Isn't
can
the
watch
running
about
thing
the
that,
making of
like,
it, and he's
Andy
in-
Kaufman never died, and he's just
Here we go. Conspiracies.
cosplaying as
Yeah.
some other person
Yeah.
right now.
But there's also a theory that, fucking Elvis and Whitney Houston are on an island with Tupac somewhere. I mean, come on.
When's somebody gonna do that? Like for real?
Fake their death?
Yeah.
It's
Come
getting
back,
harder and harder.
Come back a decade later.
There's a thing going on in Syracuse right now
There is.
where they're saying, you can look it up at syracuse.com, they're saying that more than a theory, they may have proof that Jim Morrison is not only alive, but he's been living in Syracuse under the name Frank.
So the fact
We-
that they
we
have
have
a
to
first name
explore it more,
leads me
but-
to believe they have a last name, right?
I mean, right?
If somebody has this,
Frank
if it is,
Morrison.
if it is a mildly legitimate theory,
Anyhow.
they have more than just Frank, and they know who this person is, right? You can't say he's living as without knowing who this Frank
true.
is.
Well, that's the thing is,
So where is this
Well,
supposed
we-
fake Jim Morrison or
we haven't-
real Jim Morrison?
Yeah, we haven't done a bit on it yet because we're still
I
exploring.
mean, he
those
was
details.
in that
I
Wayne's
don't know.
World movie after his death.
He was? Oh, right. Yeah. I mean, didn't I hear they think he was like a maintenance man or janitor? That's what he's been doing. I'm just like, if you're Jim Morrison and you're gonna fake your death and go to Syracuse, New York, and be Frank, that's the job you're gonna. I guess it's unassuming.
That's what happened in Joe Dirt.
Puts the lotion on.
Talking to my friend all wrong. It's the wrong tone. Do it again. Stab you in the face with a soldering iron. God, I love Christopher Walken.
He's so great. Christopher,
Remember, he was in witness protection and he was a fucking janitor.
Mm-hmm.
Could happen.
You were right.
Could be what Frank is up to.
Can be what Frank is up to. Yeah,
What if
we're gonna explore?
What if he's a janitor at a local school and he secretly taught some kids how to play guitar?
We gotta find those kids.
What if it becomes a Hallmark movie?
That'll suck.
I came to find out that old Frank the janitor is actually Jim Morrison.
Dude, show me the way
He
to
actually-
the next whiskey bar.
he actually-
Ellsworth whiskey bar.
Privately trained Post Malone when he was a kid here in Syracuse.
I believe that.
And that's why we have Posty, is because Jim Morrison is secretly living in Syracuse.
I mean, maybe.
I'm just saying.
I'm just saying.
Ain't nobody proved it wrong.
I've never been anywhere where there's a bar called, a whiskey bar. Al's Wine and Whiskey Bar. Show me the way.
That's
to
around the corner.
next whiskey bar. I know. It's my favorite bars in the world. I had a
How do we
whole-
want to stretch out this Monday? We want to go day drinking? No, you don't drink.
anymore. They smoking.
You can drive.
Sure. Still fun.
Danny and
A
I'll
little
get
less
snookered
peeing.
before dinner time. How about that?
There you go. Let's go.
You guys can hold the camera.
That's what the gimbal's for.
Not drunk, look how straight the video is.
Never know.
That's a great tool.
Boy, I really ate that fast. Then again, yours it's a large plate.
I got 80,000 calories I'm trying to consume right here, buddy.
I get 79,000.
I love me some pierogies. So I got to eat anything with pierogies.
No.
And, French fries and gravy. Going over the border surfers and French fries and
Hey,
gravy.
how's your Dirty Bird?
So good.
Yeah.
Looks good.
Anything with pickles. Pickles are all the rage.
Dude. There was a time not long ago where I was eating a jar of pickles a week. Slum them. Vlasic, though. It's got to be Vlasic for me. Vlasic or nothing.
You really laid a whoop into that salad, huh? I don't want no fucking salad. I'm a fucking real man. I'm like a bitch. My burger. Without my gluten.
What am I, a libtard?
Can't eat gluten. It might give me gas.
Yeah. The thing is, I'm gluten sensitive or maybe even gluten allergic. It doesn't make it not enough to be sick over it. Just maybe a little nauseous, and my stomach just Like I could eat a crumb that has gluten in it, and all of a sudden my stomach goes, like I'm pregnant.
So that must be
Crazy
my
stuff.
problem. Thank you.
So much.
You all set?
I'm all set.
I'm still
Thank you.
picking
That
a
was
little
delicious.
bit, but thank you very much.
Is that lighter?
Sure.
Thank you. Roger. Anyone want to see a dessert meter?
Desserts, fellas? No? Thank you.
Do you want another Pepsi?
No, I'm good. Thank you so much.
Good. Thank you, though.
When I'm at home though, I have to eat chocolate right after I eat a meal.
What?
Yeah. Sweet tooth, baby. Oreos are my go-to.
Yeah.
Regular Oreos or double stuff?
Preferably double.
Yeah.
You have not lived until you have dunked your Oreos in coffee. Dude, you can look at me sideways all you want. You try it and you call me after. And if you're able to speak,
I'll
because you
dunk
have
my
an
Oreos in
erection so
shit.
large, I'll be very surprised.
I don't even like dunking them in milk is weird to me.
Stinkish.
I don't want a soggy cookie. Coffee?
Guy that'll eat duck wings, but he won't eat.
I don't want a soggy cookie. It's the texture.
See, my wife's a texture person.
It's weird.
She's like, I don't like celery in my tuna fish, not because I don't like celery, because I don't like something crunchy with something
I'll eat a
soft.
gravy-covered soggy fry. Don't want my Oreos that way.
That's fair.
I feel like soggy Oreos have gone stale.
In coffee, it's very fast too because it's hot. So you just quick dunk. That's all you need. In milk, there's a very specific time frame to get the perfect. But you would know.
Now, see, I can understand why it would be good with coffee. I mean, it's really just more of a same type of bean, you know?
Well,
where
sure.
chocolate comes from.
It just.
I can see it enhancing. Coffee-flavored candies I've had before could be really good.
The thing is, it doesn't even give it a coffee flavor. I don't even know what it does. So it's just like, it's like 1,000 angels saying, try these Oreos.
Coffee.
We're here at the
hop spot.
The hop spot. Okay. I built my own burger and got a side salad. And if I was gonna rate it, I would give it a solid 7 out of 10.
Okay.
I'd give it a 7 out of 10. And part of that's my fault. I got the gluten-free bonder.
I was gonna say, see, when you say build your own, you're really
know,
responsible for that score yourself.
That's correct.
I had the poutine, the Big Lebowski poutine. You ever seen that movie?
Oh, hell yes.
All right, see? Fucking hate the Eagles, man. Phenomenal.
Great movie.
It was
Jesus.
great. I'm full. I haven't exploded, which is a positive.
Yeah, I'm glad. Because
We will definitely be here to eat more of this.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And I'm a sucker for exposed brick. Because this is all exposed.
It is. It's gorgeous here.
It's real. Yeah.
All right.
We
We're
had
good.
fun.
Peace out.